Hello everyone and welcome to a new game again. PHOENIX WRIGHT, Ace Attorney. I hope you guys are excited for this because I have no idea what I'm doing. Also, quick note before we start the series off, no spoilers because this is completely blind and I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I just kind of like these kinds of games, hopefully. I hope I do. It'd be a shame if I didn't. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get right on into it. New game. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Whoopsies. Probably would help if I pressed the right button. First turnabout. Episode 1. The first turnabout. Gasp, gasp. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Oh, okay. August 3rd. 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Library? No, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. I guess it's a girl. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, PHOENIX, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Sorry I'm, like, spacing out. I don't mean to be, but I just am for some reason. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. My name is PHOENIX WRIGHT. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I have known him, it's usually been true. Oh, poor Butz. I like him. I like his name, Butz. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial. Mr. Larry Butz. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. And shaking, eyesight fading. This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and consciously. I think that's it. Please state the name of the defendant of this case. It's Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you. You'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me the victim's name. Ooh, I know this one. I read the case over. Covers it so many times. It's. Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. PHOENIX, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Touch the court record button to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, what is the victim's name? Oh yeah, I can check this, and then I can click on this. Cindy's autopsy report. Received from my FA. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Ooh. So it's Cindy's. Attorney's badge. Type other one of my possessions. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Is it Cindy Stone? Victim's name is Cindy Stone. Yeah, correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was, it said hit with a blunt object, right? Yeah. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. Answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. I relate to PHOENIX so well. My goodness. Well then, first question for the prosecution. Miss Bleh. I am so sorry, I have trouble reading sometimes. For no reason, just reading out loud. First, question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that blunt object was? Well, he didn't say blunt, but the murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Alright, statue added to the court record. Right? Oh, I want to look at that real quick. Statue of the shape of the Thinker, it's rather heavy. Okay. Sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. There's the court record button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Look how smug he looks. Ahem. Mr. Butz. Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. Look at him twitching. What's it do you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. He had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Ooh. Alright. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Let's look at this. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Okay. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Oh lord, why? Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. Took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what did you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth and... Should I... Oh, shoot! I'm already making decisions like this? No! I wasn't ready! Well, if he has a... You know, like, what am I thinking of? I can't think. I just can't think today. Well, if he often says things without thinking, I'm gonna stop him from answering. I kinda had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That's cheating, she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I met her, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh no. Oh? Did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. He went. What do I do? Well, you can't lie to the court because they'll find out. And if you have him answer honestly, then they're gonna be like, oh, so you did go. And if you stop him from answering, then you're like, oh, that was irrelevant and whatnot. I'm gonna have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Or, yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butz? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. What was that voice? Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? Prosecution would like to call a witness to prove Mr. Butz is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit? I think that's his name. Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is that correct? Or is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. No. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, however the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Hold on. No, it wasn't. It was 4 to 5 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Can I, like... Okay, no, I can't just, like, show that to him. Okay. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sweet used was one of those. Your Honor, record of the blackout for your pursuit. Can I click on that? No. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Electricity in Miss Jones' building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Oh, profiles? I discovered Miss Jones' body. Okay. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why? You exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony at the hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. Oh, I already know about it. Find the contradiction between the court's record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradiction or contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay, I'm loving this game so far. Okay. Push the court record button. Point out any okay. Well, I already know what it is. Ooh, fancy. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Thought he must be in a hurry. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for sure. Certain. Frankly, your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy reports the time of the death is sometime after 4 p.m. There's no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sweet, why were you certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it wasn't 3 hours off. But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Oh, what? See, you heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I already know what this is. I know they're gonna get way harder in the future, but this is easy. Yeah, I've got this one. Alright, you see, when I found the body, I overheard the time was probably coming from the television, present, blackout, yep. Objection! Hold it right there. Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Heh! You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. Oh, that was him, never mind. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to kill the to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Did you say the clock was the murder weapon? What? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it, okay? There was a clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer must have used it. Now we have the murder weapon right here. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Yo, this music. Before this recording, I was like jamming out to the music on the theme. Oh my gosh. The music in this game is so good. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilted, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as the statue. My apologies. I see, so the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, here's that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I was in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and then at the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, Alright. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound from the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through clearly. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Well, it says I have 5 tries, but I have 3 options, so I'm pretty sure. We could try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock. Now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. It certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So you've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, the clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha 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 ha! You forgot one thing! Oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How did you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Alright? Seems you lack critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. It means I cannot let you indict the witness. Fortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. Treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. What? Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. I mean, Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. Can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason? Yes, I guess. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me, this proves your claim how? Shoot. I pressed the wrong button. Alright, let's see here. Evidence that proves it was running slow. Trying to think, what could prove that it was running slow? We haven't used the passport. And it could have been, if she's in the United States now, it could be that she's used to being. No, because Paris is, what, 3 hours ahead? If they're on the East Coast. I can present that. The victim has just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was just 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, saw it. Oh, okay, I get it now. Order! Order, I say. Well, it's case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Sorry about that. I have to say, I'm impressed. I think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Hell yeah. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. I'm sorry if you can hear screaming in the background. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearby blunt object, or the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Ooh, still can't believe we won. Why is there screaming in my house? Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's glad, I imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I think I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is this on about? What? I have to give him something? What? Here you go, Larry. Proof. It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll forget about her soon enough. Look, I'm gonna head home. Thanks a ton, eh? Guess that wasn't the right thing to show him. What? Right? I hope to see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to the innocent Butz. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Or, yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more. Blah, blah. I'm really bad about this. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, good to have good friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count on the clock he gave Maya. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. I promised to tell the chief about me and Larry. Be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Oh no. The end. I believe that is the end of the first chapter. Brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Yes, I would like to save. Alright, I don't know if I should redo this one and give him the right thing at the end or not. But that's going to be all for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to come back for more. Also doing a versus right now with Meta Yoshi. You should go check that out. And that will be probably at the end of the video. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I'll see you guys next time.